EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. On first down, Hurts. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off play action. Murray to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Throwing now is Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Cards will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Return on this one is the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle. And when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
The Cards go in nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, Murray. He's going to look deep for more. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 45 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Play action. Now it's Murray rolling to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card week. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But This one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And that's caught inside the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. But when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive?
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cardinals' 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Once again with Sanders. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
An 11-yard loss on the play.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray flushed out right. Dumping it off for Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Murray again. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here's Murray. They'll check this down to Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, Murray, touchdown. It's complete. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Hurts winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They fake the handoff. Now Murray going deep for Hopkins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Murray off play action. Dancing to his left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Murray's throw complete there to Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw it, Murray. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. It'll be Murray on the keeper. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Shotgun now for Murray. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They were fighting proud to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul.